This is the breaking news from our guy. Who is this? Adrian Wojnarowski. Joel Embiid, the reigning MVP, will undergo a procedure this week to repair a left meniscus injury, a team official tells ESPN. Recovery timeline is expected after procedure, but expectation is that he will miss an extended portion of time. I was about to say there's some doctors that are in this.
Brian Sutter, I seen him like trying to cook Woj for the bad reporting.
If the word repair is being used correctly, that means they are actually performing a meniscus repair, which has a timeline of 4 to 6 months. This is best for long-term results if this is the case. Now, I'm going to find the other doctor because I think Cruz sent it too. But they talk about the way, here it is. This is Brian. I swear this team can't report anything straightforward regarding injuries. Repair equals trying to stitch the tear back together, 4 to 6 month recovery. Sometimes they get in surgery and repair can't be done, so they just trim out the damaged area. But assume this means Embiid's season is over.
Jesus Christ, man. That's unfortunate.
I'm not surprised by it, dog. I mean, I know that I call myself a casual all the time. I joke around, and sometimes I'm genuinely just zibing out, not watching the games, but checking out Twitter. I'm telling you, them couple of games I seen, I'm like, oh my God, yo, he's not moving. I was shocked he was somehow averaging 35 on it. I'm like, how the fuck is he? How is he doing this? So I'm not surprised that his season may be coming to an end, according to many doctors. Maybe Philly's actually telling the truth. Me personally, think them doctors that's coming out probably spitting. It makes a lot more sense considering his condition. It's very sad because, and I know there's gonna. I know the gotcha incoming is that I was one of the people that was like, yeah, he got a here nigga damn award last year. Hey, that had nothing to do with this year. I ain't gonna lie. I was waiting for the day that we came on here and talked about predictions. I literally was prepared for y'all, to be honest, man. How are we not gonna say Joel Embiid? I was literally waiting for that day mentally because I was like, how do you not say it's Joel Embiid? 35 points, this level of efficiency, this level of defense, despite clearly being hobbled, man. And I don't know how you didn't do it. So it's
also I don't know. Like I understand they keep choking every single year, but maybe it's just B Souls will learn next year. But I don't know, bro. With Nick Nurse there, how Embiid's playing this year, how Maxi's playing, man. I don't know, bro. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to run into that team in the playoffs if I'm the Bucks or the Celtics or the Knicks, apparently, because they're.
Yeah, I won't go. I won't go there. I still think history may repeat itself. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah. Regardless, he's definitely MVP.
So the conversation becomes though, has the NBA, not the NBA, has the Philadelphia 76ers ruined Joel Embiid's career? Now, hear me out.
Now I'm hearing that. I'm thinking.
We're also looking at Ben Simmons right now, who can't get back on the court, and we may be able to stem it back through, that time frame when he was in Philadelphia. But if you go back and you think about all the stuff that happened basically since the process has started, those tweets from, who was that, from Colangelo, I think, damn, what's coach names? But the tweets on the burner account talking about how piss poor the medical staff is, how they don't do good reporting, how they rush people out, how they don't disclose good treatments and all that stuff. We look at three of their notable guys, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, not Jahlil Okafor, but Markelle Fultz. And we look at their injury histories and how their careers are turning out. It seems that Markelle Fultz is the only one who's been able to right the ship, and really not even really right the ship because he was actually just injured not too long ago.
He made his own boat.
So do we think, based off of the way that the medical staff in Philadelphia, because it's not looking good. When you lay down all the chips and stuff, it actually really doesn't look too good. Are we just saying these are three freak injury guys? Or are we saying that there's something actually in the water in Philadelphia? Go ahead, Dama.
I was about to say, the only one I can't say that for Markelle and for Joel. I can't say it for them. Markelle had a freak accident. He had an accident or whatever. If you want to say, oh, they managed it wrong or whatever it was, I guess. He had a freak accident and fucked the shoulder. Joel Embiid came into the NBA injured. He missed 2 seasons. His first season, he was on severe minutes restriction. They were very cautious with him. And ever since, he has spurts where he's on minutes restriction because he's always hurt. He's just been hurt. If you want to tell me Joel would have went somewhere else, missed 2 years, or went somewhere else, came in hurt, and he would have played his sophomore season because their medical staff is trash, and maybe someone else could have righted the wrongs of his injuries. Maybe. I don't think so because he's always been hurt. Ben Simmons didn't start getting injury prone, and let me check the games, but this isn't until like a recent thing. With Ben Simmons, it was, I want to say that
mental health.
The first time he was missing time was mental health. Yeah, it was mental health.
He was injured in Philly.
Coming into the league, because I remember he misses rookie year.
The foot thing, right?
Yeah, the foot thing his rookie year, but then after that he plays 81, 79, then 57, 58, and then he's out with the back and holdout and back injury. So 21, 22, it was the mental the mental health shit and his back. If we want to, and I want to say, wasn't he on the Nets by then, or did he end up getting traded because of mental health? And then we got to the Nets, it was the back, or was it the back in Philly? Then he got traded. Then it was mental health.
His back was in Philly. His back was in Philly.
It's hard for me to say with these players that it's Philly's fault for why they're getting hurt. I can't see it. To me, the way it looks, I can't rationally just say, oh yeah, their medical staff is why these injuries are happening like this. Because I feel like if it was their medical staff, you would see it with more players. It would be more than just these three. It would be other guys. We might be talking about Maxey having injury problems. We might be talking about Tobias Harris. We'd be missing time because of injury problems. People that have been there for a while, it would be a trend with more than just three of the most prominent players.
Do you think the reporting and the way that they handle it is a problem? Because the reason why I say that is because even that series where Joel Embiid, I looked back when we talked about Joel Embiid, I think last pod, and I was like, I know it was a meniscus tear when he tore it in game 5.
He had a bad foot and a bad knee.
He tore it. He fucked it up during the Wizards series. And then when he played Atlanta, I knew it was a meniscus tear. I went back and looked. I typed in meniscus tear. Dog, it was not reported as a meniscus tear. It was reported as something else. Like it was reported as like a bone bruise or something like that.
Yeah.
But then when it came out later in the heart, he had a meniscus tear. What?
I will say this about the Sixers, man. Like, they play their star players injured a lot. And I don't think they get the flack that other teams would get if they did the same thing. Because again, I want to keep pointing to it. Celtics got a lot of shit when they played Isaiah Thomas during the MVP year, and when he wasn't supposed to, fucked up his max contract, this, that, and the third. And now here we are with Joel Embiid. You can name to multiple times. I think in 2021, like Omar just said, last year he was injured too, facing the Celtics. You can point to just recently with the Warriors. I understand people want it was the media. It was the media. Nope, he didn't have to play. And in any other year, you would point to either the medical staff or just that front office for letting that shit go. So with the Sixers, I see where Damo's coming from as well with the fact that he was injured coming into the league. And ultimately, I don't know enough about medicine to say that they're doing the right or wrong procedure. Maybe if they did this procedure a certain way, he doesn't get injured as much, like that type of shit. But all I know is you don't play hurt players as much as they do without getting the flack, without not getting the flack that they do. So,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got the most predictable take here because I've been saying this shit for a while. Yeah, I think something going on. I'm not even apologetic of it. Maybe this is me being a casual, but I've seen a duck quack. I've seen some quack, waddle, motherfucking swim. I gotta say it's a duck. I mean, Ben Simmons, look, I understand the idea that he came into the league injured. He hasn't had above 60 games since his sophomore year. I literally the 65 game rule, people view that as the Joel Embiid attack rule. Markelle, Look, man, I ain't gonna lie. I am one of those people that think that they fucked up a shot. I just 100% am. I think when they were releasing footage of it, trying to hype up his return, and then we seen bro control alt push his shot. I'm like, oh my god, what are we doing? Don't put him out, but don't put him out. So then they delayed that. Then they put him out a couple years later with the whole free throw scandal. Then they benched him again. I don't know. And maybe I have those events out of order. But the point is, Markelle was definitely an on and off player at one point in his career. And I'm just like, for me to sit here and say that and that's just the three popular names. There's probably some other names that we're not mentioning right now. For me to sit here and say that they ain't either lying about these injuries or playing players that ain't supposed to be playing or just simply got some shit doctors in there, I don't know. I can't.
I will say I can't concede and say that I can agree that they definitely have questionable moves and decisions. There are definitely things that they do decide to do when it's all laid out, obviously. When they definitely have things they do decide to do that I would go against in terms of playing hurt players, pushing players to play sooner than whenever. Very true. I can say that. I can agree with that. I can agree with y'all on that one.
Yeah, to me, it's just, and Cruz dropped Zaire Smith.
Yeah, Zaire. I've seen some people type that.
To me, it's not necessarily the injuries, because injuries happen. If you just so happen to be bitten with the injury bug or the injury, unluck, I mean, it is what you can't control it. How they go about reporting it, handling it, treating it, playing, and all this other stuff, that's where it gets questionable. I did some research because I was trying to figure out what type of tear it was to figure out what was going on. It's a sort of type of flap tear, and it kind of follows along the lines of what those doctors were saying there. It's like, hey, it's pretty clear that like there should be a timetable. This isn't a because timetable kind of is like, he may come back soon. Like it might not be anything crazy. I think they're trying to hide that because they may make him, and I don't want to say make him, but he may come back sooner than expected. And then you're gonna see people be like, wow, Joel Embiid back from a meniscus tear this soon. Wow.
Let's go. We can win the fucking almost said Super Bowl. We can win the finals. Let's go.
And then there will be the voices that are like, yo, he shouldn't
choked again.
he shouldn't be back. I don't know what we're doing here. He should not be back. Why?
The front office has been feeling pressure though. So that's why they keep playing these injured stars every single year, is because people have been calling out the process. Hey, is the process failing? And they want to beat those allegations. I feel
there's people from that era still there. Oh my god!
And I'll say this. I'll say this. I don't think that the process failed, even if they don't win a championship. At where I'm at right now, the process will be a failure if 3 of the guys that y'all drafted are so badly injured for the rest of their lives because of the way that y'all handled it. That would be over anything. That would be the biggest failure. Like shortening these guys' career to where they can't play. Ben Simmons, and I watched my brother's video on it. Ben Simmons looks like he will not play basketball again.
Kind of.
And it's funny because a couple years ago we were having the conversation about who to would you keep Embiid or would you keep Simmons? Would you keep Embiid or keep Simmons? The only argument really for Embiid was, we don't know if he'll be playing back. You're gonna get 3 years of Embiid. You rather have 3 years of Embiid or 8 years of Simmons, 10 years of Simmons? What would you rather have?
Well.
Yeah, like literally, we are in the reverse. He is legitimately like he might be done. How many seasons removed from the Sixers?
I'll double check right now. That is
2?
Yep.
And
two.
How many games?
Literally 50.
I'm about to say 50 games in total.
Literally 50. 42 with Brooklyn the first year. He just played his 8th game. That's all I know.
If somebody back then would have said, that is like that would have been Ben Simmons instead of Embiid, I would have really, you're crazy. That you're actually talking about Embiid, buddy.
Yeah, even if I didn't think he was fucking next gen LeBron at that point, I'd have thought you lost your mind. I was like, that worst case 6'10" defender. What are we doing? what the fuck? Oh man. Nah, I'm probably giving them slack. I think there's a lot of bad franchises out there. I think there's double as bad franchises than there are good ones, to tell you the truth. Now, coaches, I think that's the inverse. I think most of these guys ain't shit. They just get easy blame because all the players ain't fucking number ones and shit. But that's besides the point. Yeah, they're clearly playing people injured. The Joel said, I'm telling you, I seen that motherfucker. I seen when I seen even just on Twitter, if you don't believe I watched the game, I seen this nigga go up and his body went down. I said, oh hell no. What is going on? Like, it's kind of like how people were making fun of Chris Paul a couple years ago when his chest was really trying to go on that fast break, but his legs was just like on the way. I'm like, like, now what are we doing?
I don't know. With Joel Embiid, bro, whenever I watch him play, I never know if this is just how he naturally moves or like because of all these injuries, he's just slow as shit. I don't know,
too. Make sure he don't get hurt or he try. I think that,
and he plays injured a lot too. So I don't know. Like this, every time I see Embiid, he plays the same. But I'm like, is he supposed to move that slow? I don't think he is. And how he's able to still drop 35? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Bro's good.
I think the falling is a part of him trying. I would say, I think it's a part of him trying to stay healthy. At this point, I think the nigga hits the ground to preserve his legs. Like he can't land on his feet every damn time. He can't land standing up because of this fucking danger. Yeah, so he might feel better. Hey, let me tumble, tuck and roll.
He fall like a big nigga too. Yeah, he don't just like fall like, oh shit. No, he fall like a big nigga. He literally
let me tuck and roll after I dunk. Let me tuck and roll after I take this contact because I might have to. It's very sad. It's genuinely sad. I hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Yeah, injuries suck. No
injuries absolutely suck. I wish we could play in a injuryless goddamn world when it comes to sports because injuries kill so many great things. This would have been a great year for them to actually try to do it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, B-So is you the opposite of me. I don't believe every year. It's the reason that them and the Clippers share the red and blue colors because they're the same team on different coasts. If it's one
dominant blue, one dominant white.
After last year, I was ready to give up. After last year, I was ready to give up. I did, to be honest with you, but I don't know, bro. Nick Nurse coming in there, not being coached by Doc Rivers, and James Harden getting out of there. Now Tyrese Maxey. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, well, get ready for the Maxey Paul Reed show, buddy.
Well, yeah, now it's cooked.
None of that matters.